I guess it is safe to say that these days, side hustles have sort of become a thing for us, the younger generation. I'm talking about the millennials and below. And it is not that we want to have side hustles. For some of us, we have to have side hustles. We simply do not have a choice because we have to pay the bills and the job we have may not be able to sustain the life we want to live. And with the current state of the world's economy, having a side hustle and building it up could be a matter of life and death. But is side hustle really for everyone though? Hey guys, my name is Kevin and I'm a software engineer who gets paid pretty well, and I dare say is able to give me quite a comfortable life if I were to just stick with it for the rest of my life. But after I read this book called Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, link down in the description below if you haven't read it. Anyways, I realized that no matter how stable or secure my job is, a job is still a job. And at the end of the day, I am still vulnerable to two things. The first one is redundancy. No matter how loyal I am to a company, every employee is at risk of getting redundant if a company does not do well. Throughout my career, I have seen people made redundant several times, usually right on the spot as soon as they walk into the office at 9 a.m. They will get called in and then told to get packed up, and their access gets revoked instantly. And the ones that are usually made redundant are the ones who have been with the company for about 10 or 20 years. Why? Well, because they have simply become too expensive after several yearly salary increments. The second reason why a job is insecure is age. Aging is unfortunately not something any of us can stop. But the biggest issue with aging, apart from looking older, is the older you get, the more likely you are to get made redundant. This isn't discrimination or anything, this is just business. As you grow older, you get more expensive from the experience you have. Normally, when you're in your 50s or so, you're kinda expected to be in a management role or a senior role. But how many of those roles are available? Pretty limited, right? So competition for those roles becomes increasingly high, and if we are unable to secure ourselves in those roles, we start to stress ourselves out and may just need to settle for a more junior roles with less pay. Those are the two reasons why I think jobs are not secure. And throughout my career, I was unfortunate enough to have had to go through redundancy as well. I got into work one morning and my access was revoked without any notice. Then I got called into the meeting room and was told that I needed to pack up and leave right away. And I can still remember the moment up till today. Not the most pleasant experience, but it did make me think about learning to protect myself financially from there on. So I started to look into side hustles, and over the last 10 years or so, I have tried 3 side hustles. Each of them I tried for a few years just to see if it is working for me or not. And I learned that side hustles are difficult, and you might be better off just sticking to a job if you are not prepared to sacrifice. The one bad thing about side hustles is how much time and effort you need to put in, and you're not guaranteed anything in return. I have tried several side hustles in the past, but there are 3 of them which I stuck to for years, and I like to share those experiences with you because it will help you if you're thinking of starting a side hustle. The first 2 big side hustles for me that I worked on for several years are my mobile app development and network marketing. Now, these 2 side hustles are quite similar in some way. They both use an insane amount of time and effort at the very start of the journey in hopes of getting something back in returns later, also called delayed gratification. For example, an app can easily take me 6 months to build, and I'm talking about working 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. every weekday and 8 hours on the weekends because I'm going at it all on my own. And when I release it, there's a 90% chance it will flop, and I do not see a single cent coming into my pockets, so that could be 6 months wasted. So that sounds like crap, right? But what about network marketing? If you have been in network marketing before, you will know that at the beginning of your journey, you spend a lot of time meeting new people, attending meetings and workshops, and lots of networking on the weekends. And that's how side hustle begins. You need to put in lots of effort and time and a lot of self-belief that this is going to work out in the end. You need to have a very strong mindset. However, those 2 side hustles, which I spent several years on, I abandoned them several years ago just because I have put in a considerable amount of time and effort into it and I couldn't get to the level I want it to be. They are bringing in money, but it isn't up to the level where I can see it overtake my job. But the good part is they continue to generate me passive income even up till today, even if I have not worked on them for many years. And those are the type of side hustles I love. I like that delayed gratification where things I create now accumulate and I will be rewarded later for it. I do not enjoy getting money only if I work on it. I am better off sticking to a job if I chose that. So this leads me to my current side hustle, which is content creation, or more specifically, running a YouTube channel. I think out of all the side hustles I've done, being a content creator is probably the one that fits me best, and I have been on it for 2 years now. It might not be for everyone depending on each individual's preferences, but there are definitely a lot of benefits to running a YouTube channel. One of the reasons is the amount of effort and time put in is not as much as other side hustles. Creating a video these days is easy. It is almost second nature to most young generations out there. Everyone and anyone can do it with their smartphone at any time. And because it is so easy to create content, it also means you can churn out content fast and be able to quickly gauge if something is not working out. One of the things I learned about this side hustle is I'm able to measure my results very quickly, which is essential if you want to know if a side hustle is worth putting time into or not. Unlike my other side hustles where I spend a lot of time at the beginning trying to understand the process and almost like going to an endless tutorial, content creation is all about practice and you can create your first video on day one. I see each video I create as a product. So if I create 100 videos in 1 month, that's 100 products that can help me build my side hustle in the first month. So everything feels like it is under my control. If I want to go slow, I can. If I want to go fast, I can as well. But more importantly, the speed allows me to really be able to measure my results and I can pivot quickly from there. Extremely important if I want to determine if the side hustle is worth my time or not. I mean, so far, I am liking this side hustle and I have tons of reasons for it. From being able to record my videos at the comfort of my own home, to being in full control over my strategies and tactics, the list goes on, and I don't want to bore you with it, but I just want to say one thing. If you ever do plan to start a side hustle and you are prepared to sacrifice for it, then content creation is the way to go. It doesn't matter if it is on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram. As long as you are creating content, video content specifically, then I believe you have made the right choice. The main reason here is because the content you create is everlasting and it is 100% yours. What do I mean by that? Well, the whole reason for creating content is because you are building yourself up as your own brand. Most side hustles I worked on are always reliant on a platform, which is usually the company my side hustle is on. The bad thing about that is I always have to play by their rules, and sometimes a simple change in the rule can completely destroy my side hustle. And not to mention, if the company goes bust or gets into trouble, I get dragged along with it. Content creation, on the other hand, is more around leveraging on a platform initially to build up your authority, your credibility, and your brand. Best part is the content you create is yours forever and you can easily repurpose it because they're just videos. On top of that, most content creators out there do not make a living on just the contents they create. They use their content to build themselves up, then they expand their income streams through online courses, digital products, merchandise, and all sorts of stuff. That is actually the true direction of a content creator. It has never been about staying on the platform and getting tied down. It has always been about expanding their brand and business so that they have full control over their own financial gains and not worry about being controlled by others. So that's what I like about running a YouTube channel. Obviously, I've already monetized my YouTube channel and it is generating me money every single day from all the videos I created in the past couple of years. I mean, just imagine a video that I created back in 2020 is still generating me money today and I don't even need to maintain it. How cool is that? Of course, you can't just create a video and start making money on YouTube. You first need to achieve 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours on a brand new YouTube channel, then your channel can be monetized. That's YouTube's rules. But it is worth it in my opinion. And if you are serious about this, make sure to check out my course on Udemy, link down in the description below, where I will teach you how to get your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours and get your YouTube channel monetized. I am running a special promotion this month where the first 100 people to sign up using the link I have in my description will get my course for free. There's no catch, no upsell, just me trying to help you out, and if you want to be nice, maybe leave me a good review on Udemy. So make sure you join using the link in the description. I will also pin it in the comment so that you can find it easily. But be fast, okay? Alright, that will do for me. Like, subscribe, and thanks for the chat.